Hey guys, it's Geo Phoenix, and today, today I'm going to be doing some concept art for some book and maybe a few other things. But thank you for coming on to today's stream. Without further ado, let's get started. Let me know if you guys can't hear me at all. So as you can see, I kind of already went ahead and started doing some concept art for one of my characters. At least the start of it. I had to move around the mic, so in case you do like a lot of shifting and stuff, it's just me moving around the mic in a better position. Can you hear me now? So hi, Linus. Yeah, but like I was saying, I kind of already went ahead and like kind of started working on this a little bit. I'm trying to figure out which layer is what. I haven't worked on this in like, I think it's been almost a week. This is why you label your layers. good? Yeah, I don't necessarily. I also don't necessarily have the mic directly in front of my face too, so. What is this? Oh, face, kind of, sort of. I say face. Yeah, because this, I think one above is clothing and some of the patterns. So I'll just say oh, right, I got two versions of the jacket. Good now. Okay, cool. Cool. So how have you been, Minus? Everything going good? Here, and then that's the other thing. Oh, I forgot I can't zoom in on my tablet anymore. I don't know why. I'm gonna draw the idea of hands. They're not really important for this. Oh, there goes my computer. Yeah, but like I was kind of talking about earlier, I've kind of been working on the concept sheet for Titus, and this character's name is Titus, because just to officially introduce him, his name is Titus. I kind of started working on him a little bit because when I was trying to do the illustrations for my book, I'm doing alright. Okay, that's good that you're doing alright. Yeah, but when I was when I was doing the illustrations for my book, I was just like, man, I'm having a hard time drawing my characters and everything. And I was just like, you know what, let me make like little breakdown sheets of every single character, because of the fact that I'm like, I was just having a hard time really drawing them. It was interesting to go through, to say the least. So I started off with one of the characters that I only drawn, I think, like 2 times? Yeah, I've only ever drawn him 2 times. Just went through a drawing spree just now. Oh, that's awesome! Yeah. Drawing sprees are the best. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna label this layer hands. Just so I know. Cause, let me see. I need to turn off the cape real quick. Yeah, I have a version of the jacket where everything's fully drawn. Yeah. So, I'm going to turn this off with the cape back on. Sorry, this version 2. Turn off version 1. There you go.
think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate the layer that I have for the hands, so that way I have 2 hand layers, like one with both of them showing, because I'm going to have both the version with his cape and without his cape, just so I know what it looks like. What? Yeah, okay, it's just how the cape looks, because his fist is right here and it's kind of overlapping. Okay, yeah. I was just like, wait, why does it look weird? I'm gonna okay, let me go ahead and duplicate this. This the one hand. Oh, I didn't call it the one hand. I just put hands. One. So just hand. One. There you go. Get rid of that. And then turn off the symmetry. So it was funny. Before I started the stream today, and while I was just kind of like sitting in my room chilling, I decided to go back and play Echoes of Wisdom. So I recently got that game for Christmas, and honestly, it's a really fun game. But it was funny. While I was playing it, I was just like, man, I'm not used to not being able to fight the enemies head on. I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm very good at playing support in these a lot of these games. Or shall I say, playing as Zelda made me realize I'm not good at playing support. But it was interesting trying to solve a lot of the puzzles, just using her little echo ability to try and summon things to help you solve a lot of the puzzles. But it was fun nonetheless. But right now, because I've already beat the game already. Also, a interesting topic just popped. You might be interested in. Oh, what's an interesting topic you think I might be interested in? I'll pause on my Echo of the Wisdom rant. I'll rant on that a little bit. Just watched someone's top 10 favorite silent protagonists, and Kirby is one of them. Nice. Kirby's one of the best silent protagonists outside of Link and Samus. Or Samus. However you say her name. And a couple other silent protagonists. There's a lot. Link is also on there, of course. Yeah. One of the original silent protagonists. Okay, so, oh, yeah, I need to kind of adjust some details. Go back to the pants and stuff. I probably shouldn't have drawn the shoes and the pants on the same layer, but, well. I just have to kind of erase certain things. It's funny, it looks like I just literally scribbled by. Oh, what the heck was that? Gotta be careful where I click, I guess. Okay. Kind of clean that up a little bit so I know what this going on. Then I kind of sort of sketch this part out a bit more so that way. I'm gonna go ahead and try and clean this up so that way. Oh, but back on my Echoes of Wisdom rant. So as of right now, for Echoes of Wisdom, I'm like I'm trying to find all the rest of the echoes, cause like I was just about to type echoes under my folder. That's hilarious. But anyway, I'm trying to find all the echoes right now. We'll call this remote ish. Oh, my day's going good. Yeah. I wasn't even clicking on my thing there. Alright, yeah, but I was just trying to find all the rest of the echoes and stuff. I'm trying to multitask here, and multitasking is not something you should be doing. But like, so I had talked to the Deku tree, right, in the game and everything, and I was trying to be like, okay, so how do you... I was like, I need more hints as to where the rest of the echoes are located. And it was just like, oh yeah, you got like one that you haven't gotten at the at Elden Mountain, or sorry, Elden Volcano, and I was just like, okay, but where? Like for the past couple days now, I've been searching Elden Volcano, and I'm like, I don't know where this echo is. Like, where is it located? It's the funniest thing. So I just been like, okay, well I'll find the two that's in like Hyrule Field. I can't find those either. I'm like, the only one of the echoes that I found that I didn't find earlier was the Lino, which that thing was easy to find. Cause like I think you talk to it's like you talk to somebody and they give you the hint, like, hey, yeah, there's some tracks in the it's not called the Lost Woods in the game, but I'm gonna call it Lost Woods because that's what I remember it to always be. But essentially in the Lost Woods, it's like, oh yeah, all you have to do is follow the tracks and you will find the Lino, and it's like, oh. So yeah, that dude was easy to find, and I defeated him with the Darknet level 3. It only took me like summoning him like 3 times just for me to beat him. And I was like, yay, got him! Oh no, I'm like, stop. Yeah, I need to keep, thank you. But like, honestly, the whole... It's just interesting just trying to find all the echoes. And it's, like I said, it's very difficult. Because I kind of don't know where to look, like what areas I haven't seen. I was like, what have I missed? And I refuse to consult a guide. I want to find those things on my own. I'm pretty sure I'll find it when I least expect it. I'm gonna make it seem like I was intending to do that. Thanks for creating a new situation problem for me, future me. Or past me? However you say. Come on. I find it funny that anytime I'm trying to I guess draw over whatever it is that I drew, I don't know how I do it, but I always end up what do you say? I always end up going way over the lines I already created, and I'm like, what's the use of having your own guidelines if you're not gonna follow your own guides? No. Right, true gamers don't need a guide. We just played through the game. If I learned anything for the original Zelda, I just memorized the map. Ow. My hand. Oh wait, I don't have the mirror tool. Wait, actually, do I even need that? I don't think it's like an exact. No, it's not lined up. Wait a minute. I'm confused. What did I do? I think I'm. Hold on. I need to turn off his. No, because I didn't draw the rest of his face. That's probably why. I will do that. Okay. You know, sketched it like it was always there. And my computer's taking off into the ether. So long! Put the hair back on. There we go. I think, yeah, because this part of the hair is supposed to be like behind his ear. I think that's how it's supposed to go. So that would mean I would have to technically draw that back. It's kind of the funny part, like, if you take a break from working on a drawing for a while, then you come back to it and you're like, what was I doing with this again? I don't know how I feel at the moment because I'm slightly not. Kind of don't get how his hair was supposed to go. And I would not draw the ear details as that's not important at the moment. Let me turn that on. So what's going on your end? Well, as far as on my end, haven't made this an official announcement, but I went back to school. Yippee. And then of course, I've been trying to finish up with the finalizing edits of my book. And then of course I'm working on some of the illustrations for it, and as of right now you see I'm working on the concept art for that. And then otherwise than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Recently I went to go watch the new Captain America movie. It's pretty good. What else can I say about without like spoiling the movie? I'll say it like this: story's pretty solid, character's pretty solid. I really enjoyed it. I made absolutely no commentary. I'm like, most times when I watch movies, I make commentary, but that was like one of those few movies where I really couldn't make any commentary. I was just sitting there like, I was really in tune, like, yo, what's going on, hell yeah. But otherwise than that, I really enjoyed the movie. Yeah. I don't think I really watched anything else new, like, for this month. Oh, but I didn't tell you guys about my experience watching Sonic 3. And then, what was another movie I watched too that I didn't tell you about? Oh, and Transformers 1. So I'm gonna talk about those two. So Sonic 3, of course, very funny movie, I really enjoyed it. Cool. Good luck on your school. Yeah. So Sonic 3, very funny, really enjoyed it. And then Transformers 1 was way better than what I had thought it was gonna be. When I say the trailers don't do that movie justice, it really did. But of course, I had watched those like last year. I don't think I ever talked about it on stream last year, but I'll briefly talk about it now. Oh, also, I got Luigi's Mansion 2 HD for the Switch, so that means once we finish playing through Luigi's Mansion 3, I will be playing 2 shortly after, which will be quite an interesting jump from going from like 3 back to 2, which is exactly how I felt when I was playing through Luigi's Mansion 2 again. I was just like, whoa, that... I forgot how the controls of the second game was. That it was that is vastly different than the third game. I didn't realize how different it was. I was like, wow, that was kind of jarring. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'll talk more about that when I play through Luigi's Mansion 2. I might do the compare and contrast when I finish playing the 3. I was kind of thinking about doing like a fancy pattern for this little I'm just gonna call it a hair accessory. I don't really know what to call it. But I think I'm gonna keep it simple like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I have officially entered shrimp mode. My poor back. Did not mean to do that. Actually, I probably have to. Yeah, that way it's like a professional. Like that. Yeah, that's good. It's not gonna do that. So, actually, let me finish drawing this out, and then I'm gonna go into talk about the joke that I made with my character Titus, which, for those of you who are just joining us and you don't know, this is my character Titus, part of my book. But, I sort of made this joke with myself about like Titus's hairstyle. Same thing. What if my characters had no idea what it is either? Right? It's like it's a hair accessory thing. I'm like it holds the hair or whatever. I think I'm gonna put a piece of hair right here too, so that way it's just like, oh yeah, kind of. I don't know. I just know that it looks. I mean, for me personally, I think it looks cool on different hairstyles. I'm gonna do the little. Aye. But I'm trying to make sure I look over and not miss any comments. It's very easy to do something. It is what it is. Okay, so so I guess for man, need to so I can see a little better. Gonna take the cape off too. Where's the cape? There's the cape. And I need to remove some details, so I'm going to do and let's see a little better. Okay. I think I'm gonna draw the rest of his face so that way I can figure out how I'm gonna do this part of the hair, because I'm like, I guess you could say I kind of don't understand what I'm doing with this hair. I didn't mean to zoom all the way out like that. Okay, zoom back in. Going with this brownish looking face, not necessarily fully round. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit more because I want it to curve like that. Yeah. The good news is I'm doing this on separate layers, so I can see the eyes, right? My throat. Ah. Yeah, no, I think I would draw without the symmetry. Yep. And then just make this one. And then I can bring in this. Okay, so then I got like most of his face and his hair going, so I guess I can finally lead in and talk about the kind of sort of inside joke I have with myself about Titus's hair. So like the whole time I was just sitting there and I looked at his hair on the side right here that I'm kind of circling around somewhat, and like I kept saying to myself, I was like, that's a dude got dead mom hair. Which, if you're familiar with the trope of dead mom hair in anime, so like what it is that a lot of the mom characters tend to have hair on like, what's it, a ponytail on one side of the hair, kind of like that. This is not a good illustration here, but it's like on one side of the hair. I'm gonna put a little circle for the head. The eyes and a smile. Yeah. Yeah. The hair is too far from the head. I'm gonna give you bangs. But yeah, the hair would be on the side of the head like that. And I was just looking at Titus, I was like, dude got the dead mom hair look. Almost. Only slightly. But that was just what I was kind of joking with myself a bit. I had a good laugh out of it when I was just kind of like thinking about it. So yeah, that was the joke. Kind of. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna focus back in. Yeah, so I will kind of erase this part a little bit. So I'm thinking that what I'll do too is like, kind of also take his face and like do kind of like I guess a breakdown of how his face should look like, without the hair and everything. So just like, oh yeah, this is how it looked like. At least that's what I was thinking. I might do that. That way, in case I need to know the exact, like how the details in his hair would look exactly. Who's the dad? Don't worry about that, minus. So funny thing too, right? So in my book, and it was like I was debating this for a while. I was like, I wonder if I should kill somebody off. But then I was like, I mean, it's the first book in the entire series. Maybe I shouldn't rush it. I was like, maybe I should at least take my time with it. Let people get to know the characters, and then maybe. So, okay, so for this, I will. Ow, I pulled him out somewhere, but that's not groovy. That's not groovy. That's what I was trying to say before my got tongue-tied. So, let me make this justice. This is why I said there's something. And then I'm gonna. Actually, no. Because it's a little higher up, so. I need to look at it again. Yeah. Ah, come on. Was it letting me slide the thingy over? Oh yeah, as far as like other games I got too, I finally got I don't know why I'm forgetting the name. I finally got Sonic X Shadow Generations. Yeah. And I got to play it for a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I can formulate much of an opinion at the moment because I've only played through like 2 levels. So I played through Green Hill Zone Act 1 and 2. And I got an S rank on both. I was like, oh, nice. And then I'm on the second act of Chemical Plant. I mean, dead characters are much more memorable if they left a strong impact. Raditz from DBZ is an example. Yeah. And, that's it. Rengoku from, Demon Slayer, too. There's a couple other examples, too. But, just the idea, though. Yeah. I'll keep it in my back pocket, essentially. It's like, I'm not gonna act on the idea just yet. It's like, I'll let it simmer a little bit, see where the story goes, and then if I want to go in that direction, I'll go in that direction. If I don't, I won't. Decisions. I'm trying to see how I'm going to do, because I mean, it's clearly behind the ears. I guess I can just put it behind the shoulder as well. The neck and the shoulders, that way it kind of flows that way. I think I'll do it like that. Oh, my voice cracked. Okay, and then for the neck, it goes like that. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. I was like, I got lost looking at this thing because I got like 2 lines coming down like so. I'm like, what? Yeah, so it's basically. I'm gonna lean in on this. So I'm gonna do like the furry, fluffy stuff. Yes. So then I will finish drawing out the color. I'm gonna ignore the cape real quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off, and then I will proceed to focus back on. I like how I'm pointing at what I'm doing, and it's like I'm like, yeah, y'all can see me pointing at my screen. Anyway, so I'm gonna draw this. Probably the most I guess fascinating thing about Titus, and there's a few other characters that come from the same village that he comes from, where they all dress in these types of clothes. I don't know how to describe them. I just know I'm like, it's fancy, and it gives me an excuse to draw patterns on clothing. Do I enjoy doing this? Until I have to color it. Then I'll sit there and be like, oh, why did I do this to myself? But then once I'm done, I'm like, and it looks really great. Now I have to draw this 30,000 times. Yippee! Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to adjust your neck a little bit. Make it so it's from there. Yeah. Like that. I'm thinking, actually, I'll just finish it out and then I'll decide what I'm deciding in my brain later. I will not explain at all. Yeah. So okay. So that's his face. I need to label that as his face. Oh, okay. I thought I hit another key. I did not. Yippee. Okay, and I guess I would just call it a collar. I don't know what to call it at the moment. Okay. looks like... I think... I don't know if I want to go with that. Yeah, I don't think I want to go with that. I think I want to change the patterns, but I need a reference of some of the patterns that they have for their clothing. The good news is, I kind of already drew out, like, some of his, like, the village that he's from. I drew out some of their clothing already. Whoa. The funny thing is, I've drawn out mostly the clothing for the women. I haven't drawn out the clothing for the men yet. And I'm like, I need to do that. But I'll get to it when I get to it. But I still use it as a reference. I hope I have it in. I don't think I have it in here. Uh-oh, this might be. No, I don't have my reference. Well, guess I'll wing it. So let's do this. I'm gonna take all the hair. Details on top of details, right? Endless detailception. I wonder, was that? Maybe I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change my hair from that. Maybe, do I want it to be more floral, or do I like, not want it to be floral? That's like the only question I got going on here. Let's see. I'm gonna try and find some references of some of the clothing pattern I want. And not get distracted by all the thousands of ideas I see on Pinterest right now. I don't like that they keep updating this platform and changing things to make it... Oh, anyway. I organized all my... What's English? I organized all of my ideas. There. I think I'm gonna do a pattern like that. Oh, that'd be cool. So what I'll do too is kind of like make a little thing off to the side, kind of explain some of the patterns and stuff that I'm doing, so that way, again, I have a reference for myself to go back to in case I'm like, what is this that I just drew? Or if I'm like having some trouble like trying to redraw it again in different angles, I have the full-on laid out pattern for the clothing and everything. I like how the music I got playing is so dramatic, but like what I'm drawing is not dramatic at all. Right. That's not what I should do. There you go. Come on. How do I line? Very carefully, I guess. Okay. How do I line JL225? Yes. most of those details down. All I have to do is the rest. Aye. Is my arm shorter than my arm? Looks like it. Ah, well, we can fix that in no time. Not too much. Nope, it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. That's what it was. Can't stop. Oh, you said, man, now I can't stop thinking of that edgy quote I said this year. I'm trying to decide if I should even ask. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't ask. Maybe that's one of those things. It's like, maybe some things are better left unsaid. Okay. Okay, and then this one, I don't know what happened, but I did a thing. Oh, hey, D! Hey, Jay, long time no see. It's good to see you and catch your stream. How's everything going? Everything's going pretty well, honestly. Despite the neck that I'm... That didn't sound like English. Despite the fact that, like, my neck is literally hurting. But it's all for art. I have become shrimp. I'm like really focusing on trying to do this. I'm like, concentration. So if y'all saw the look on my face, y'all would probably be laughing. Actually, I'll quickly draw how I look. So basically, my eyes are... Oh god, got the mirror tool on. So basically, I'm kind of looking like this as I'm focusing. I'm like. Right? The Phoenix is very focused on this drawing. That's kind of an interpretation of how my face looks. My brows are so furrowed, however you say the word. I'm like, It's a happy. Oh, I didn't see. Anyway, wait, turn back on the mirror tool and go back and continue. I have to say, like, using the mirror tool, and I've said this a couple of streams before too, whenever I'm working on these little character sheets, but I'm like, yeah, the mirror tool is very helpful whenever I'm doing, especially if I'm doing stuff with like a lot of details and like, mirror tool. Now the only thing is that when I have to simplify all this later, then we're like, oh, so how am I gonna do? How would I do with detail? That sounded like really great English right there. How would I do with detail? Another quote from JL 2025. I think I'm gonna like have the little shoulder pads be a little like wider out. So instead of what I originally had it, I think I'm gonna kind of have it go out like this, and then come back in. Well, I'm kind of gonna have to erase some of it just so I can kind of go under the little collar. So, kind of like that. So, silly thing, right? So, out of all the characters I've described in my book, there's like a set of characters that they get mentioned more than once in the story that I do not describe. And Titus, for those of you who are just joining in and didn't catch what I said earlier, Titus is the character that I'm drawing right now. But I never described him in my book. I was like, oh. Because it was funny when I was flipping through just to see the description, I was just like, I had never described him. I was just kind of like, oh, well, I guess everybody would just have to guess what he looks like. But then again, when I was writing it, I had no idea how he looked. I just knew how he sounded, and I knew how he acted. That was it. It was like, everything else is just like, I'll figure out how he looks later. And it's funny because like there's a number of characters that I got that I kind of have that kind of thing going on where it's like I didn't really imagine how they look, so I didn't describe them. But if I can come up with a concept, I'll draw them out. So that way everybody will be like, oh, that's how they look. I didn't know they looked like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I didn't write it out. But I do find that when I draw... I do find when I draw out my characters, it makes it easier for me to describe them when I write them. Because then I have a clear picture of how they actually look. But then what happens is that if I give them certain, like, pieces of their outfit that I'm like, I have no idea how to describe this. So I just like, I'll just describe their face. I won't try to describe their outfit. Unless I'm like really want to. But usually I just kind of don't attempt it. I find that funny. That I do that. I'm gonna kind of make this a little larger. Or bigger, wider, however you say it. Look at all these pretty intricate designs. Yeah, I forgot something. Again, I must ask, how do lines? So I kind of changed up the shape of this, which means the design will be changed to just slightly, not by much, but a little bit. I also just noticed the patterns I kind of got going on the I forget what this part is called. I wrote it down somewhere and I was like, oh yeah, that's what it's called, but now I forgot again. Anyway, this part right there, I noticed the patterns on the little thingy with the thingy. Looks similar to like the patterns on Trevor's wrist guard, which I'll show that in a minute once I finish kind of sketching this out, because I have to resize it. I think I'll listen to that song later. This is a line. Minus, come on now. Give me a break. As far as seeing the line and drawing the line, those are two different lines. One cannot simply line. I keep adding detail, I must stop. But I want the flower to look pretty. So I can bring this down. Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, yeah. I'm glad to catch you online. You've been on it, man. I am playing a beta for a game I really care about, so I can stay on, but I'll just stream more. Okay, later, D. But how does one line when you don't know it? I don't know! How? Maybe we imagine the line? Maybe the line is a line. But what a line's the line that makes the line of the line? How can one line? So anyway, I started sketching. Yeah, I think I look. Well, actually, I mean, a part of me kind of wants to do something. I don't. No, there's too many details. Stop. Stop drawing. Look at my boy. He's looking very nice. I forget Titus is short. I was like, oh yeah. No point, just wait till I introduce y'all to the other. Well, that's if I get to sketch the other characters, because my goal is to try and like do the front and back view of Titus, and then maybe I'll do Talia, and then I'll do Trevor. Maybe. I don't know if I'm gonna get to them today, but I will try. I will try to do so. Okay, so for your pants, my dude, I'm gonna actually draw it in a different layer. Okay. And then there's like this. Okay. So what going on here? Yeah, clearly I was just kind of like I was scribbling at this point. I was just like, hold on, let me just kind of sketch out my idea. It's always when I have to try and translate what I just drew. I say again. Hey. Big this. It kind of bows out a little bit right here, which I'm trying to think if I really want to lean in that kind of direction with the shoes, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Well, I should say boots. They're actually boots. I mean, well, boots are still shoes. Anyway. Just give me a second. Please ignore the sounds of a table. hear nothing. Oh, that. I don't know what happened there. Just used to grab the tablet off stand. Yippee. You wanna know what I kind of miss playing right now? Like, I kind of miss playing Kirby the Forgotten Land. Like, I beat that game like 4, 3, 5. I don't know. I beat it a lot of times. Anytime I felt like, I want to play for Kirby the Forgotten Land again. I might just do that. Erase my second file again and play from the beginning one more time, just so I can like go through the game. Like, the funnest mechanic in that game was the dodge mechanic, and I was just like, oh boy. And it was funny, if anything, Kirby the Forgotten Land taught me how to use the guard, because I'm not even gonna lie, I hardly use the guard. And I've said this before, in a couple past streams. I think I also said it when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom on stream. But like, I was just like, yeah, I don't know why, but I always ignored the guard button in a lot of games, and I just kind of take the hits. I'm like, oh no, I got hurt. But I think it's also because of the fact that I'm like, well, if I have time to like move out the way, I don't need a guard. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, but yeah, I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'll go back and play Kirby Forgotten Land. I'm kind of thinking about, like, at some point, maybe I'll stream playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Probably. I don't know. If y'all are looking forward to that, let me know. Otherwise that, it's just what I've been kind of thinking about possibly doing. So I guess when I finish all the Luigi Mansion games, I'll probably do like Kirby on October 31st. Yeah, I think that fits. But I won't be doing it this year, because I'm still going to be playing Luigi's Mansion 3, because I'm not done playing that game. I think... Well, I'll find out what level I left off of from when I get back on there. The funny thing is that when I open that game back up, I'll be like, wait, which file is what again? My wines? Oh my gosh, my lines got wobbly. I like how I ran my words together. It's always great. Now, I had been debating for a while if I wanted to put any sort of patterns in. Don't mind. Okay. Look, thumbs up back, even though you can't see me. Anyway, I'll put it in the chat. I'll give it a thumbs up back. I'm allowing myself to be distracted. Good job. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, but like I was saying, I was kind of at first deciding on putting like, maybe I should put like some sort of pattern on the shoes. And I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna make them any kind of fancy. It's just shoes. Because I was like, the top part of it is already like got like all kinds of little ornate patterns and stuff on it. And I was just like, I think it'd be a little over the top if I put it on the whatever this part of the shoe is called. Okay. And my bone's cracked. Ah! Finish drawing this side. Oh, ow, my elbow. What happened? Oh. That's probably what happened. I see. I'm trying to think what other things I could ramble about for like another couple minutes. I guess I could ramble about Sonic Frontiers again. So, if y'all remember from the last stream, when I mentioned that I was stuck on the first tower in the Frontiers DLC, and I'm sitting there, if I'm gonna be honest, I haven't gone back to it since. I'm like, every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm still stuck on trying to get all the way up to the top of the tower, because I would get up to a certain point, and I'm like, and I'm always so close to reaching the top, and then I would just fall straight down because I missed my jump. And I'm like, why these jumps have to be so precise? It's ridiculous. But at some point, I'm thinking about like going back to tackle it again and try and like finish, because I really want to finish the DLC. I really do. And it's been a little while since I played, so you know, I'm like, I want to finish, so yeah, eventually I'll get back to it again. Now, as far as like other games that I went back to recently, so I had recently charged up my 3DS, and I went back and played Planet Robobot, because I went to go finish it officially. because I was like, I never actually finished the game. I played through it, and then I just kind of like put it down after the fact. So I went back to play it again, and it was funny. I had to relearn how to play it because I was like, oh, dang, it's been a while since I played this game. Oh yeah, you did mention that. How'd that go? Didn't go well. Oh well, I do explain that later. Yeah, but now because I went and got all the code cubes, and now I'm up to the point where I'm doing the true arena. It's like, the funny thing is, it's like every time I get close, I end up taking too much damage, and I mess up, and then next thing I know, I have to start over again. I'm like, well, dang. But I'm getting better and better at not taking like damage pretty early on in the game and not using a lot of my healing items and stuff. So there's that. Eventually I'll reach the end. Yeah, because the last time I made it all the way up to it's not Dark Mind, it's Dark Master. Wait, what's the, I forget what the sword form of dark matter is called again. That's how you know it's been a while since I've talked about it. Proceeds to look it up. Please it. I forgot it's a TV show. Should say Kirby. Thank you. And the sword one is Dark Matter Blade. That's what it is. It was so easy. But I kept thinking it was like Dark Matter Sword or Dark Sword or something. But no, it's Dark Matter Blade. I don't know why I forgot his name, but I did. It happened. Well, at any rate. Yeah, so I got all the way up to that point in the game, and by that point, I didn't have any more healing items, and Kirby was like on... What? How much? I was at very low health. Like, that thing was blinking red by the time I got to Dark Matter Sword or Dark Matter Blade, whichever one. And I was just like, well, this is fine. Had to refresh, and the first I heard was Dark Matter or Dark Minus. What? No, Dark Matter. I was talking about Planet Robobot for the True Arena, where you had to fight Dark Matter Blade, and how bad I was doing that in that fight. It was not going well. And at that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to come back and do this again. Now, it hurt because at this point, I gotta redo the True Arena again, and I worked so hard to get up there that by the time I got to Dark Matter Blade, I was like, well, dang. Because I was... How many rounds was I from the end? I think I only had, like, 3 more after I fought Dark Matter Blade. I think so. I don't really remember. If anybody knows, feel free to let me know. But like, I know I didn't have very many bosses to take care of before I eventually get to the final boss in the True Arena. It would be a great day when I finally beat True Arena for Planet Robobot. And then I gotta do True Arena for, Triple Deluxe. Because I never finished Triple Deluxe. Like, well, I should say, I completed the game, but I didn't finish the game. That's how I'll put it. Because I still had to find all the, they're called the Sunstones? I still had to find those. And there's, like, a number of levels I haven't found them at yet. and it's the ones that are kind of tricky to find anyway. So I was like, yeah, I'll eventually go back. And then at some point, I misplaced my game, so I don't know where I put it. I gotta find it. Okay, so let's see. How was I supposed to do this pattern? I guess. Oh yeah, so I've been thinking too that at some point I want to probably do like a tier list on like different Zelda dungeons. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't know if I will. I probably won't. Cause I was like, I kind of had this passing thought. I was just like, oh yeah, maybe I should like rant about all the Zelda dungeons I don't like. Because there's a number of them, and then a mass majority of them being mostly a lot of the water dungeons or water temples. But I don't think I'm the only one who has the same kind of like dislike for a lot of the water temples or the water dungeons, because it's like, what is this? And I think kind of the consistent problem is that a lot of times they're usually either like pretty slow, or it's like you can kind of run through it very quickly. No, I'm trying to describe what happened with. I'm trying to talk about mostly like Tears of the Kingdom's water temple, because I was just like, well, this is surprisingly shorter than what I had hoped for, or actually what I thought it was going to be. But you know, that's just my 2 cents on it. I'll probably do like a whole rant about it maybe like later. Maybe if I do like another like Zelda gaming stream, I'll probably like take a second to talk about every single Zelda temple or dungeon that I'm like, I don't like. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna... Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out. Oh boy, he's looking not finished yet. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Go ahead and save my progress. And I think I'm going to end the stream here. I was hoping to do a little more sketching today, but meh. Oh well. Moving onward and forward. I seen an animation about it. Yeah, it's an experience, that's for sure. But I'll probably talk about it a bit more, like I said, in like another stream at some point when I'm doing like a Zelda stream or something, or maybe if I'm like drawing. Anyway, time to start wrapping things up. So thank you all, guys. That's how you know I haven't done this in a minute. All right. Okay. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today on today's stream. It means a lot to me, as always. I like to give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters, Zeta787 and... Uh-oh. I'm gonna just say Amy. Y'all could look. I'm sleepy. Okay. Anyway, all jokes aside, thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you all for subscribing and being a part of the Phoenix fans. I'll get back. Okay. Anyway, have an amazing day, guys. Bye. Oh my god, why? I don't know why I'm tripping up today. It's just one of those days. Okay, later, guys.